going to be talking about the ideas that are required to get into the aspect of Manodharma in Carnatic music. I had posted two videos about the theoretical and practical aspects of Alaapana. Now, here I am going to actually show the practical aspect of the initial baby steps that a person who's just entering Manodharma has to kind of get an idea about before they try either Alaapana, Neravals, Kalpana Swarams, or even Sangati making. So let's go and see what these are. Creative music is all about getting an idea, getting ideas, adding pauses or Jandavarasai to the idea, and chaining them in order to get a long korvai. So what are these ideas that I am talking of? These ideas are not coming out of thin air. They are already things that you have learnt in your alankarams, in your dhartavarasais, in your saralivarasais and so on. So I am going to just be reminding you of all of those exercises and how you are going to bring those exercises into this aspect of Manodharma. For this I am going to take Hamsadhvani Ragam, a Ragam which I have already posted an elaborate tutorial on Vatapi Ganapatim Bhaje. So it will be easier for those of you who are following me to catch up from there and get into the Manodharma aspect in the same Ragam. So Hamsadhvani you all know is Sa, Ritu, Chatushruti Rishabham, Gandharam, Antara Gandharam, Panchamam, Kakali Nishadam, and Shanjamam. And the return, it's a Audava Ragam. So let us do some Alankaram exercises. Vainikas, we have 3 steps to follow before we are able to get a successful Alaapana or a Kalpana Swaram out. What are the 3 steps? The first step is making a phrase, getting an idea, then connecting the ideas. Converting these ideas into a vocal format is the second aspect. You might ask me why I am playing a string instrument. I'll play the way the instrument is. Now this instrument is a very vocal instrument. It brings out the vocal texture of human beings, and that is what you must aim at. So when an Alaapana cannot be heard like this. That is not an Alaapana. An Alaapana should be an Akaram format. As though somebody is singing. So in order to do that, you'll have to think your ideas in the Akaram format and then with the help of techniques, bring it onto your Veena. So it's a 3-step process. Get the ideas first, convert them into an Akaram format and play them on the instrument with techniques, the right type of techniques applied. So let us now go and see the ideas. This video is about giving you tips about what ideas you have to get, and to the ideas you have to add pauses and Jandavarasais. First an idea is created and then you add pauses and Jandavarasai to it. So what are the ideas? Some Alankaram ideas. Sa, Ri, Ga, Pa, Ga, Pa, Ni, Sa, Sa, Ni, Pa, Ga, Ri, Re, Sa. Sa, Ri, Ga, all 3 notes in one strike. Ri, Ga, Pa. One strike for each 3 notes that you're playing. So you're playing 3 notes in the Arohanam. 3 notes coming back to back with one note preceding the other. And then now in the Avarohanam, 3 notes coming down. You can practice this in different speeds. You don't need a talam or anything. This is just to get used to playing 3 notes up and 3 notes down. You can also now play 2 notes up and 2 notes down. Sa, Re, Ga, Pa, Ni, Sa, Sa, Ni, Pa, Ga, Re, Sa. 2 notes up, 2 notes down. Take 4 notes. 4 notes in the Arohanam, 4 notes in the Avarohanam. Sari ga pa ri ga pa ni ga pa ni sa pa ni pa ga ri pa ga ri sa. Now 5 notes. You do 6 notes also. Now combination of these. Sari sari ga. In one strike, watch me. And then all of them are Arohanam phrases, but now we have mixed 2 notes and 3 notes. We played sari, ri, ga, ga, pa, you remember? So I am mixing that with sari, ga. So it becomes sari, sari, ga. One strike. So this practice you can do. The next thing will be junction phrases, which I have spoken a lot about in Varnams. So where you play Sari Gari. Sari is going in the Arohanam, Gari is coming in the Avarohanam. So you are mixing and matching an Arohanam and an Avarohanam phrase. This is an idea. I have still not added pauses and gender verse to these ideas. I am only throwing out a number of ideas for you to practice. Sari Gari, Ri Ga Pa Ga, Ga Pa Ni Pa, Pa Ni Sa Ni, Ni Sa Re Sa, Sari Gari. And now when you're coming back, Gari Sari, Re Sa Ni Sa, Ni Pa Ga Pa, Pa Ga Ri Ga, Gari Sari, Re Sa Ni Sa. So up and down junction phrases. Then you have swing phrases. Sari sa, sa goes to re and comes back to sa. So this is like a swing. Sari sa, re ga re ga pa ga pa ni pa re sa ni sa re sa. And on that side, re sa ni sa re pa ni. So this is a swing phrase. And then you can do pyramids. What is a pyramid? Sa, sa re, ga, ma. You're building on. You started with sa and then 2 notes, sa re. Then you said sa re ga, ma, sa re ga, ma, ni, sa ni sa ni pa ga, ri. So these are some ideas which whatever I've told you, keep practicing these ideas again and again. And these are not very, it's not rocket science. All of this you have done in your earlier very basic lessons. So some few ideas that I picked up today. Now adding pauses or gender verses to this idea. First, let us take the very first idea that I gave you. Sariga, riga, pa, ga, pa, ni. To that we'll add a pause. Sariga. Now let me convert this into an akaram format and show you. Suppose I put a gender verse to this sariga. How does it sound? Now this I am showing for Alaapana. I will also show you for Kalpana Swara. For Kalpana Swara you have to strike and play these. So Sari, Re, Ga. So the Re gets 2 shakes. Or Gender verse in Sariga need not be added to Re. It can be added even to Ga. Anna, Re, Ga, Pa, Pa. So you can, any one of those 3 notes can get the gender verse. You can even put Jandavarsa in 2 notes then. Sa re re ga ga. How do you get it in the Alaapana format? Na 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 na. When you play it as Kalpana Swara, Kalpana Swara, you strike and play. In Alaapana, the same thing, you perceive it as an akaram and give a lot of silent notes. Now, the next idea that I gave you was sa re ga pa ni ga pa ni, 4 notes. I add pauses and Jandavarsa to the re ga pa ni, say re ga pa ni ni. So how does it go? So all this is as simple. The idea is there. 4 notes going in the Arohanam. To those 4 now notes, anywhere you can introduce a pause or a Jandavarsa or pauses and Jandavarses, whichever the case may be. So, and you get a nice flowing phrase. The next idea I told you was sa re ga. Now you can play it like sa re ga. The last ga can be a pause. Na ga, single note pause. Re ga pa. What was that? Re ga pa. I put for the ga, I took a Jandavarsa. Re ga pa. Or you can say re ga pa. 2 places pauses. Next ga pa ni. Ga pa. In that ga pa, the first note itself I put a Jandavarsa. Ga pa ni sa. It is so simple, you know, and then you'll have to chain them. I'll come to that later. Then we did swing phrases. So you can say re ga re. Re sa re. Re ba pa ni. Pa ga pa re ga re sa re sa ni sa. Now with pauses. Re ga re. This was for Alaapana. You have to do it for Kalpana Swara. Re ga re. I gave 3 pauses for re, 2 for ga, and single note re. So totally it became re ga re. Suddenly became 6 matra. 3 pauses for re. Re ga re. This is for Kalpana Swara. 6 matras. From 3 matras, you, with the help of Jandavarsa and pauses, you made it into 6 matras. Then junction phrases. Ga pa ga re. I took the pa in ga. Now add Jandavarsa or pause to it. Ga pa ga re. Pause. How do you play it also? There's a technique you bring it. Ga pa. The pa goes from ga. Swing the ga and go into pa silently. And ga re. Get the ga from re. So ga pa ga re, which are going in opposite directions, which I call it a junction phrase. Ga pa is in the Arohanam, ga re is in the Avarohanam. Putting pauses to this idea. Ga pa ga re is an idea. And I'm adding pauses to it. Ga pa ga re. See how beautifully the ragam is flowing. And for this thing, Kalpana Swaram, ga ga pa ga ga re. You can also say ga ga pa ga ga re, ga pa pa ga re, ga ga pa ga ga re, ga ga pa pa ga ga re re. So you already get from 4 notes ga pa ga re. You can make it maximum up till 8 notes. Even more if you are going to add pauses also there. Ga pa pa ga ga re. So idea to that you add Janda Varsa and pauses as the case may be, whether it is Alaapana, go in the Akara mode with lot of silent notes. If it is the Kalpana Swara, calculate the number of notes that is required for your Kalpana Swara. Accordingly add the pauses or Janda Varsas and play them all by striking all the notes. So let us now, with all of these ideas and adding of pauses and the Janda Varsa to the ideas, try to make a small Alaapana for Hamsadvani. I started from Re. You can even start from Sa. You can start from Panchamam also. I am starting from Re and using that idea Riga, 2 note. I am adding pause to it and saying Na Re Ga. Just 2 notes, imagine, with the pause and the technique that you're using to keep the notes flowing, either the swinging or the silent notes. You can already, your ragam has started flowing. And my mind is saying, use a junction phrase. Ga pa ga re. Ga pa, going up 1 strike. Ga re. For Alaapana, minimum number of strikes. For Kalpana Swara, all the notes are struck. And swing phrase re ga re sa. Again, I'm going to go through this using, first we start off with 2 notes re ga and say connect the ga from re with a strike. Ga pa ga re. Ga pa 1 strike, ga re 1 strike, and then a swing phrase re ga re sa, and then we'll do 1 avarohanam phrase of 3 notes. Sa ni pa. See how I'm chaining. When I do 1 phrase and I end up in a note, from that ending note I'm taking the next idea. So this is chaining, either from the very next note or from a note below or above it. You'll have to take the next idea. So an idea is played, then from the note where that idea is landing, you take the next idea, either from the same note or from the note before and after it. Get the next idea out and keep playing like that, Don't stop in between. For an Alaapana, yes, the pauses are very important. That stopping is very important. And so on in Kalpana Swara. But whereas in Kalpana Swaram, the Talam is dictating the entire show. In Alaapana, you can take your time. You just need to enjoy the ragam. You have to bring the prayogas. In between, you can also think of something from the Kirtana. I said Sani Pa, 3 note phrase, 1 strike. Pa, ni, sa, ri, ga, 5 note arohanam. Now, in this, when you are making your alaps, you have to see to it that you move across octaves with these ideas. So when I said 5 notes, pa, ni, sa, ri, ga, going in the arohanam, in my mind I'm saying na, na. So I said pa, ni on the 2nd string and sa, ri, ga in 1 strike on the 1st string. Ga, pa, re, ga. This is a bouncing phrase. Ga, pa. Technically, what would you do? Ga, pa, ga, re, ga. I am saying ga, pa, re, ga. That's the idea. The idea is notes coming behind each other. Gapa went forward and Riga is coming backward. How do I think of it in my mind? Then now I'm planning to move on because this is supposed to be a very small alapana. We are not going into a very lengthy alapana. Gapani, 3 notes, gapani. But pause in the last note. So gapa was 1 strike. Pa to me was another strike and I'm swinging the knee. Sani pani sa, sani pani, junction phrase, that is the idea, and a sa to finish it off. Sani and pushing in knee itself, so that will bring out the akara much better. When you play it as a Kalpana Swara, again pushing it in the knee, sani pani sa, striking all the notes. 2 notes, ni, ri. I'm jumping the sa. I'm not playing this. Nisari is the normal arohanam phrase, but I'm doing ni, ri. This bouncing phrases. Sa, ga, re, pa, ga, ni, pa, sa, ni, ri. That is the idea. You jump over 1 note. So I'm saying ni, ri, ga, re, sa, ni, ri, ga, re, sa. You can play it as ni, ri, ga, re, sa. Na, na, sa, sa, ni, pa, ni, sa. Sa, ni, pa, down, ni, sa, up. So, arohanam, avarohanam. Sa, ni, pa, ni, sa, ri. I'm doing it a little faster now because I'm going to finish. So you do a little bit of Dhrita Kalam, faster speed phrases, 1 or 2 phrases. Sani, pani, sa, sani, pani, or you can do, it's a junction phrase, sani, pani, sa. The same thing I'm going to expand and say, sani, pani, sa, ri. Sa, ri, ni, sa, pani, ga, pa, 2 notes coming behind. Na, ga, pa, ni, pa, ga, ri, ga, pa, ni, pa. Again, junction phrase. Ga, ri, ga, pa, ni, pa, ga, ri. 2 note. The idea is 2 note avarohanam idea. Ga, re, ni, pa. On the 2nd string, because we need to get the textures out, you need to move between octaves. You can say ga, re, sa, ni, pa, pa, ni, sa, ri in 1 strike, ni, sa. So what I attempted to show you in this video is, when you take the first baby steps towards Manodharma, you should first get ideas in your mind. You should plan ideas. You should write down and practice these ideas. And these ideas are nothing very complicated. They are the simple idea that I've told you and shown you in this video. So keep practicing these ideas. Pick up any ragam. Take these ideas, put it in those ragams. To the ideas, you add akaram and jandavarisai. To the ideas, you bring in the idea of akaram in case of Alaapana and in the swaram format in case of Kalpana Swaram. For Kalpana Swaram, whenever you get it in the swaram format, write it down and write down, clearly spell out the number of matras that you are getting for each one of those phrases, and then success is yours. You're going to be very good at Manodharma. Just this small understanding that it all starts with these simple ideas is what I wanted to convey through this video. Best wishes to all of you who are now, trying your hand in creative music. And if you have any doubts, do write to me in my comment section. Thank you.